Hey everyone, welcome to the Help Me Rhonda Show. Whoa, do I have something really special today. Now, if I look a little tired, which, no, I probably don't look tired, but I kind of feel a little exhausted. And now, it's not because I've overworked, it's because I've been so stimulated for the last 9 days. In fact, we just closed out one of our VIP branding retreats. But I'm gonna tell you, this one was really different. Something happened during this retreat, and I've been with some exceptional women that are changing the world with their gifts. And the reason why I just feel like, whoa, I feel heavy is because there's always these moments at the end of an event when you get to learn about other people's gifts or their business and what they do. And I tell you, the amount of time and energy that we spent not only developing, but breaking down these brands and these offers and understanding how we can share them better with the world, has just got me in a space of just contentment and excitement. And so I had to do a very special episode. I needed to bring on 3 of the women that were at the retreat this last week because some big developments took place. And I want all of you to meet these exceptional women. You know I'm all about sexy branding, and I'll tell you what, there are some sexy brands sitting right here, and I want to introduce everyone. So, welcome to the show. We've got Jodi Vetterl. Good to have you, my dear. We've got Yamilca Rodriguez, and of course, Kathi Tait. Hi, guys. Awesome. I'm glad to have you guys on here. Although I've been spending lots of time with you, this feels a little bit more special. I feel like we've kind of come to our point of growth, and a lot's happened. Jodi, why don't you share a little bit about specifically what were you coming here to work on and what actually happened for you? And like now where are you going to go home with?
Oh, geez, it's like, where do I start? This has been such there's been such a transformation that's gone on in myself, in my business, in my brand, in my goals. And I really see such just a new possibility, a new horizon that it's grown out of just my time here
And your
working
development.
with all these amazing, it's working with Rhonda and then her team and then all the other amazing women that were part of this retreat.
Well, what I love the most, Jodi, is you were in Orlando just last October, right? And we came there for just one objective. Like, you're like, I need to get this film. I got my brand story film done. Like, I needed to get that done, right? And we have to start somewhere, right? You can't go so deep in the first layer. So we're like, you're digging through some layers. And you came here specifically because you've done some amazing things, like, right? So share with, like, you're a private lender. Like, first off, this is a big deal. A female private lender, like, that's pretty bossy to me. I love that. But then now you have this big idea that you created now that you came here for. Let's talk about how we went from Orlando to pulling it through to where you are now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, really, I'm definitely been really grounded in the whole idea of being able to raise money to raise passive income to create that financial freedom.
Yeah.
So that I was able to create the space that I needed to go out and write a book and to go out and build a business and go out and help other people with this concept and with these methods and the process that I was successful with.
Because you started with private lending, and then you wrote this awesome book
Yes.
called what?
Beyond the Banks.
So you wrote this incredible book. You're helping other people like become private lenders and create financial freedom, which is what you want because you have a little boy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have a little boy. He's my why. Everything about him is my why. I wanted to make sure that, he's growing up with a mom that is not stressed out and feeling haggard and running and trying to make those conference calls and dropping him off at daycare with out his pants on because I don't have time to try and, so now I have that space to really, spend that time, connect with him and enjoy him because you only get that time once, right? You don't get that time back. And, as a result of the book, it evolved in a course.
Yeah.
So I have Beyond the Banks Academy. What I came to Bali for this VIP retreat was really to get to a point where that course is going to be fully automated. And that's what you guys are helping me with. And that is just almost there. It's almost there.
Yeah.
So we've got everything done. We've got all the plans in place to be able to succeed that.
So so then you came here. So then we're putting all this together, but there was something bigger from you.
Yes.
Right? So let's go there. What did you come here really for to talk about? Because you had a big talk. You were in front of a lot of people sharing this new methodology.
I know, I mean, with Beyond the Banks, I was able to raise over $140,000 in funding, in sponsorship for that book. And the way that I did that is I worked in partnership with people and companies that could see how my book and my program and just my basically my business, how they could come and be a part of that and be able to extract really quality leads out of that.
I love this. Okay, this is really a big thing. Like I was so inspired by this. She's like, I raised $140,000 plus. It still keeps going. She's got repeat people all the time. But what I thought was so amazing is, anyone can write a book and share their knowledge. But the one that is smart enough to write a book and then look for sponsors, investors, or partners to help support that book because your book helps them build their business, that was a massive win, right? So now you're teaching others to not only share their gifts with the world in a book, but then to find others that says, this book is going to help you gain better business. Exactly. Would you mind investing in this? I'll give you books. I'll help you grow your business based on my knowledge.
And create a lot of touch points within your program to really so that my readers and my clients that I'm training are seeing their faces, they're seeing their message, they're seeing who they are and what they have to offer. Yeah. And they know that they work with me, so there's that trust element as well, so that they can go in and I mean, anybody who's writing a book and building a business around a book will quickly learn, if they don't know already, that it's, there's a lot of costs associated. And so going from, creating my financial independence, I was kind of like in a good spot. I was financially comfortable. But did I have like a whole bunch extra money sitting on the side to take on this whole project? Yeah, right. No, I did not. Yeah. So going in and raising that sponsorship money has been, heaven sent, really, because then I would have probably felt like a little bit more of that financial stress that, that I didn't want to feel. So that's been really effective. What I realized is that in talking with other people that aspire to writing a book, and this is really, it's really opened up and unlocked deep passions for me, because I have a 20-year sales background working in high-tech software. So I've worked for, really, Fortune 500 companies, even some Fortune 100 companies, and, I love sales and negotiation. So being able to really bring that element into it, teach people, share it, so that it helps and supports other people that are, really trying to do their passion project.
Well, I mean, Jodi, seriously, I absolutely love it. And it's been such a blessing to not only see the development, the transformation that's taking place from October to now, right? Because we've got others that have been contributing. That's what I love about these events, is that there's all this knowledge base that comes into play, and they contribute to the development, right? So I can start an event and go, oh, this is what I think the outcome's going to be. But never, ever what I expect it to be. It's always so much greater. And you inspired a lot of people. You had jaw droppers. Like, we had an event that you spoke at. People were just like dropping over your information. So I know what you're doing is powerful. And that, to me, is an ultimate sexy brand. Okay, can you imagine being able to raise $140,000+ for a book that you've written and to help other people grow their business? To me, that is an ultimate sexy brand. I want to make sure that you are following Jodie Veterel. We'll make sure all her links are down below. Okay, now I've got someone next that I want to really bring you guys into. Now, this woman is unbelievable. In fact, I fell in love not only with her sensitivity and her love for the craft that she's created, but she has been working for a major companies for the last 15 years and developing her process. In fact, this woman worked for Procter & Gamble. Now, if you know what Procter & Gamble is, it's probably every single product that you've ever touched, right? She knows her work. In fact, her and her partner devised a methodology to help other brands really understand clearly who they should really connect and work with. And I was completely inspired. So, Yamilca Rodriguez, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Rhonda.
All right, so tell with me, what, because you were also, just like Jodi, you were in Orlando, and you came for a specific objective, right? It was like the start, the base. We were getting you ready to tell your brand story. but now you're in Bali and a lot has developed for you. So would you please share a bit about the archetype and how you've devised it, you and your partner, and now where you want it to go for the future?
Yeah, so this has been an amazing process. It's hard to say in words what has come up for me. It's been super transformational for me as well, because the archetype method is really grounded in the 12 archetypes. And so really understanding like your audience and your ROI on how to keep that audience, and then that loyalty that demands that audience is really critical for either new brands or brands that tend to evolve. So that really just seeing like the aha for people and seeing that they really understood how that process could help them from a brand standpoint, to take their brand to the next level and their growth. And people who already have an existing brand that's been super powerful, like you, really taking it to an extreme level and understanding really those customer archetypes that really help you define and increase your revenue.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And it's really the nuances. So what I love the most is like, I love to look at processes and kind of look at it and break it completely down, because then I can really understand how I can apply it, right? And what I love that what you've done is you've allowed it and made it really simple, because do you have your cards with you? Oh my gosh.
do.
Okay, I'm so happy you brought these cards. I'm so glad.
They're right
because
next to me.
Share the process, right? Like, yeah, maybe they can hold it for you in front. Share the process. So you have someone, it's kind of like a step-by-step process,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it just comes out to being something that someone can really
So my
understand.
partner and I created this methodology, and we have these cards, and you will not find these cards anywhere else because they're unique to our process. Basically, it's really starting with the value words, because people get stuck kind of like, oh, I think I'm this or I'm that, but really starting with what are your brand values? What do you resonate from a branding standpoint? What are your values for your brand? And then from there, you can like turn over the card and get a little bit more information and really see, okay, this is right for me, right? Because we talk about motivation, right? What's your motivation? What's your fear? And how do you really bring that framework together? So that's really important to know. So I think there's really an aha for people when they see the value words and then turn around, they're like, whoa, this is crazy. This is right where I am, and that's where. But the process is to really simplify it. And what I got from it this week was that people were really interested in the extension model, right? Understanding their brand, their core, and really having these micro insights to really take their brand slowly up the laddering of the ascension models.
Yeah, and I think that's really important, because obviously, the knowledge is power, but the more we apply it, it's like taking it in micro bits, and I think that's what's really important in the process that you guys have created. So share with me, like, how was the transformation for you this week? I mean, you just like Jodi, you spoke on stage, and it was like I saw you in such a really powerful state, because first off, you work for Procter and Gamble. There's a lot of respect there. There's a lot of knowledge that comes from that, right? And that also brings on a lot of credibility as well. So your message is very well received because your experiences. So how did you see that process for you? And now where do you want to go from here?
All right. First of all, being on stage is just a feeling that when you're up there, you kind of experience it. I'm sure you've had many of these experiences yourself. But it's like getting that feedback from the audience, really, kind of sharing my process with them, and that they were able to connect with that process, and also getting the feedback, right? It's hard sometimes to get feedback in a big audience, but you can kind of transmit that. And people came up afterwards saying, wow, I really learned a lot about my brand. Help me understand a little bit more of how this works, and really get to help them through that. Because a lot of us, you don't get to spend 15 years in a company. And what I really would love to do for people is really get that knowledge for people who are starting their brand, and also give that knowledge for people who have an amazing brand and take it to the next level. So really, that's really what I'm here for, is to support that, because I was fortunate to really work for this big company. I always say I have a PhD in at P&G. So, just understanding all the different levels. And so I really want to give back that way.
Yeah. Well, I absolutely love it. I think that the process is incredible. And any company that wants to just do like a little S curve, right? We always talk about how do you get those to the next S curve in your business. It's just having a little bit of knowledge. And what I love the most is how to not only apply it for me to understand who I am, what my base is of my brand, but then how I'm actualized. And that's something that was the process you guys created, this actualization process allowed me to go, oh yeah, this is who I am. This is how I act. But now, who are the ones that I track the most? What is their personality type? What do they need to hear from me? What kind of products can I develop for them to help them work better with me, and how I can help serve them better? So I think the process is incredible. Is there anything that you're leaving with this week that you are focusing on more directly? Like all of us came out, there's a book that came out of this, right?
Yes, actually, I'm super excited about the book we're creating, and I'll let you talk a little bit about that more. But also, this was a super transformational process for me. It was really helpful to see, get the feedback. You know, sometimes we reject feedback, and I think to really take on the feedback, because it'll make your product so much better. And so really taking on that feedback, taking it to the next level, and really helping these power women, right? Entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, to really take their brand to the next level. That's what I really look forward to.
I'm so excited because there's an offer that comes from this, right? People are listening going, I want to know this. Like there is going to be an offer or a way that they can work with you. And I think what I felt the biggest thing came from was like, wow, this information is amazing. But how do we productize it in a way that someone that's watching can go, I want to work with her. And that's what you guys get to wait for. All right, right? Like how powerful is this? Someone that has been working in branding for over 15 years, not only developed a personal branded umbrella with products underneath it. I get this stuff, right? This is what I live for. But now to be able to take a framework that someone's actually applied to massive corporations just to give you a little more compartmental knowledge, that's powerful. And for me, I really wanted to get this process. I respect knowledge from people, and that is super powerful. So I cannot wait for all of you to be able to get access or to learn even more deeply about what the brand archetype method is. All right, everyone. Now, get ready because something is about to happen. You are going to get blasted with the Bald Warrior. Now, this woman is an absolute powerhouse. I mean, can you ever imagine growing up as a young person and all of a sudden your hair falls out? You can think of the insecurities, the self-sabotage, what happens to the environment, those around you. How do you emerge from that and become someone so incredibly powerful that not only helps businesses take their cash flow, their finances, and their mindset, and to grow their business to the next level? And even crazier, put a tattoo on your head and that becomes your brand. Wow, I'm so happy. Kathi, Tait, oh, I'm so happy to have you.
So great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, I adore you and I love your courage, right? And I think I've known you for many, many years, right? So I've seen not only who you are as a human being, but the knowledge that's come through and the transformation of what you went through. To see now how you're helping other businesses grow their business, grow their cash flow, and more importantly, get a straight mindset. And to me, that's super powerful. So would you please talk, why did you start? Where did the Bald Warrior come from, right? Where did that, because that's really, I think, the nucleus of why this mindset piece is diving into a business. Let's talk about the Bald Warrior first.
Yeah. Look, and it's a really great story because, for 20 years, I've been a management accountant, but personally, I was stuck really badly, crippled from my past, from having no self-esteem, being bullied really badly, toxic relationships, even violence, and trying to bring up this kid on my own through it all and educate myself and support us, which I did very successfully. I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of businesses, but as I said, personally, my mindset was, it was shit, to be honest.
But I can imagine. I think this is natural for a lot of businesses, right? In order for us to get to the next level, we think we're just going through the motions, but then we realize my mind is in a really bad spot.
Right. And actually that is what will level you up, is doing work on yourself, because professionally you can be very proficient, you can be very passionate. Yes, great at what you do, but if you do not level up your mindset, you cannot level up the rest of your life. And so that's why I've created mindset alongside business mastery, because the two together will level you up. And I'm really excited because I have been working on the Bold Warrior for 2 years now, and I've come to multiple retreats with you that have helped me transform more and more every single time. And the Bold Warrior was created because of my alopecia. It's what I stand for. I am the bald woman. Like that is who I am. And I have this giant tattoo, actually 2 tattoos now, on my head to signify how I've owned my space. But I think that the mindset is needed by everybody. It's not limited to people who've gone through something like losing their hair, because we all suffer from our own insecurities, especially around body image with social norms in society. So the Bold Warrior grew out of that need to impact people in a positive way and teach them how to take their power back.
Do you think it was part of a healing for you too, though?
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
I really see that. Like if you think about, business owners, like we create stuff because it actually helps us as well. And then once you really get it, boom, like these amazing programs and processes that you've created comes through it, right? Like what is the cash flow mastery that you've created for helping businesses grow their cash flow, actually understand the difference between profit and cash flow?
Yes.
That was a big one that you spoke on stage with.
I did, because, I want to break the barriers to accounting knowledge and understanding and give it to the normal business owner. I studied and worked for a really long time to get this experience. I've worked with people across all industries, and now I want to give that back. And by creating my Mastery Academy, I can do it to thousands and thousands more people than I can by working just with single businesses in my accounting firm. So that's where the creation of the academy came from. And so we have streams for mindset and we have streams for business. And, one of the very basics of business is your cash flow. It will make or break you. And a very new business owners or even experienced business owners often get this wrong. I've seen it hundreds of times, and businesses will crash on cash flow alone. Even if they have a healthy pipeline of sales, if you do not have healthy cash flow, you will not level up.
That was the biggest breakthrough, I think, most everyone. You were like, okay, see profit over here and cash flow over here. Profit, there might be invoices, people owe you money, but cash flow is what's in the bank. And I think you really broke that down. I love how that process is. You make it so simple, right? Not only are you attractive in who you are as your value of what you do and how you attract others, because, wow, to come and grow from alopecia and to embrace being bald with tattoos on your head. Dang it, I want someone that's that much courageous energy to say, let me help you with your cash flow, right? That attracts me. And I think it attracts others because you break it down so simply. You make the methodology and the process just so easy to understand. So any small business owner is going to go, okay, I get it. Let me tap my mind straight. And now let me just work on my profit and my cash flow.
And that's exactly what I've done, actually, because I have a gift for being able to break things down in such a way that it is now step by step. It's not difficult. You don't need to go to university and do an accounting degree. I step you through it all, things like cost analysis, cash flow forecasting, creating systems so that you can start delegating and automating and getting yourself out of the everyday work. That is what will level you up. And things around sales offers and segmenting. And, I have lots of courses, goal planning, all sorts of things.
But this is all the things that small business owners really need, and you do it in a very succinct process. I'm so excited because I know everyone's gonna be like, how do I get this? What I wanna do, because I've got you here now, and I've got the other ladies that have been here too, is it's really exciting. I'm gonna make sure everyone gets all the links of who we've been interviewing today. But what I think has come out of this is that every one of us has such a gift that they want to share. And my transformation for this event was to really, truly see that there's so much more when you collaborate with other women and you really come together and you understand each other's, their life, their why, and you respect their methodology, their processes, and you allow it to emerge things happen like a book,
Absolutely.
right? So I'm really pumped about that because we've decided to put together all the ladies that were here, and there's many more. We're putting together the book, The DNA of a Feminine Leader. And to me, that just is so empowering. It's a group of women that have come together. I think the way our languaging was, we come together in the laboratory to pull the chemistry of collaboration to share it with the world. Like, we've been working this. And the reason why those words came out is because of Yamilca's process, right? Of connecting to who are the women that we really want to work with, and how does that languaging, should it come out in our marketing message? And I love that. So we've got just a couple minutes. Before we go, what I'd love for each of you to do is to share, what does that mean for you, the DNA of the feminine leader?
And I guess I'm first because I'm
You have the microphone.
For me, it means our makeup, what makes us who we are, what makes us unique and individual, and helps us stand out from everybody else. So that's my answer, absolute uniqueness, because everybody has their own and they need to embrace it and shine.
Yes, awesome.
Well, mine comes from love, right here in the heart. This being vulnerable and being able to kind of share and hold space for others and myself as well, and really take that to empowerment, right? Take that to be able to feel great in the crown chair, taking that over, taking that responsibility, and running with it, owning it.
Yeah, I love
right.
it.
So that's what it is for me.
I love it.
What is it for me? It's so many things. It's really taking my experiences. It's taking all of our experiences together and really stirring it up. And we all come from such dynamic places, and this is really the year 2020 where women are taking back their power. They're taking back their power and finding that femininity, not that harshness, not that like I have to fight with men all the time. It's really taking back that power and working together and really helping future generations, helping people at women at all ages and all levels and wherever they are, but then really empowering that next generation.
And because I think inside of our DNA, that's what we were really born to do. That's why we said designed to lead, right? We were designed to lead, and that's the name of the book. And I'm so excited for that. Ladies, thank you so much for being here. I honor you, not only as businesswomen, I honor you as mothers, as contributors to the world, those that care about their work so much that you're willing to be vulnerable. You're willing to go on a chop block and let someone break your business model apart. That's not easy to do. And I tell you what, I'm honored to have you not only trusting me, our company, our space, my team, and just being truly know that you are so gifted and that we are so excited. I'm excited to not only continue to collaborate with you, but to release this book. All right, guys, this is the deal. Rock and roll, right? Like, mind-blowing. So when I said in the beginning, I'm like a little exhausted, I'm kind of this, but actually no, I'm more energized than ever because wow, this week completely blew off my top, and that's hard to do. But I tell you what, that's what I want you to do. I want you to make sure that you guys follow these women, follow the journey, because there are more things that we can learn from others, trials, their tribulations. And these women have put themselves out there and are courageous enough to stand in their space. And to me, that's a sexy brand. So I'm going to leave you with this. If you're going to create a brand, create a sexy brand. And if you're going to be anything, be unstoppable. We'll see you next time. Brand awareness is key in today's modern digital era. And with the rapid growth of social media platforms and the simplicity for all brands to compete on the same playing field, business owners have to start getting creative with how their brand message reaches their clients and customers. Hi, I'm Rhonda Swan, the CEO and founder of the Unstoppable Branding Agency and the Sexy Brand Building Formula programs, where we help our clients create a sexy brand through strategic brand marketing, image, and film. I believe every small business owner deserves to stand out in a sea of marketing messages and make their competition irrelevant with the right brand image, brand message, and strategy. If your brand and marketing is well thought out, but design and images look terrible, no one will take your business seriously. If your design is beautiful, but your marketing message isn't planned out so strategically, it will fall flat on its face. That's where our team comes in. We help our clients restructure their brand image with photo shoots and create a winning combination of strategic brand building through impeccable design and great storytelling through film. The world of business has changed. Because of social media, customers and clients are looking for transparency and connection. A business owner can no longer hide behind a website or rely on their services to attract the perfect client. They want realness, and they want to see the truth behind the brand. As you can tell, we do things differently. And if that excites you, I want to invite you to book a consultation or join us at our upcoming VIP branding retreat and let us help you turn your brand into a sexy, profit-making machine.